In this video, we shall look at the observational studies in statistics. The definition of term, the observational studies in statistics. So what are observational studies? In observational studies, the observer observes and collects data on the specific properties without modifying the subject under observation. It is important to note that under observational studies, the observer or the researcher only observes but does not modify or change the properties of the subject under observation. Hence, the observer does not give any treatment to the subject. There are three types of observational studies. The first is retrospective observational studies, also known as case control. Secondly is cross-sectional observational studies. And thirdly, the prospective observational studies, also known as longitudinal or cohort study. Let us look at the retrospective observational studies. In retrospective observational study, the observer goes back in time to collect data over some period of time that has elapsed. It is important to note that retrospective, the observer goes back in time. An example, in order to determine whether smoking increases the chances of lung cancer, a researcher obtains the past records of all lung cancer patients and groups them into those that smoked and those that didn't. Cross-sectional observational studies. Cross-sectional observational studies occur at one point in time. Therefore, data is observed and measured at one point in time. An example is a survey of 400 adults which is conducted to determine the current rates of smoking in adults. The prospective observational studies. An observer goes forward in time, observes and measures characteristics of groups sharing common factors such as those who exercise regularly and those who don't. The best way to distinguish prospective observational study is that the observer goes forward in time. An example, a study is begun to track 50,000 kids from birth to age 20. The study is ongoing. Therefore, observational studies are grouped into retrospective studies where the researcher goes back in time, a cross-sectional study where the researcher performs a study at one point in time, and the prospective study where the researcher observes or goes forward in time in order to study a particular group.